Hello, Henry Ford Broncos. Miss McCormick here to share a book called Just Like You and Me. It's written by David Miller. Just Like You and Me. Deep in the jungle, the bird of paradise loves to show off. Just like you and me. Swiftest of all the cats, the golden cheetah moves like the wind. Just like you and me. Gathered in a group, penguins like to play together. Just like you and me. Color-changing chameleons try to blend in. Just like you and me. On a summer afternoon, the noble lion lounges lazily. Just like you and me. Light as drifting smoke, graceful cranes love to dance. Just like you and me. Protected by their parents, baby birds are safe and loved. Just like you and me. I chose this book because I thought it was perfect for a paper art craft. So all you need for the craft today is a paper plate, a pencil, some crayons, and if you want, you can use extra materials like a paper bag or any other articles that you might have at home that you could add to create. Remember, we're just using things we already have at home. So I selected two characters from the story that were my favorites. One was the girl who could move like the wind. I sure would like to be able to move as fast as the girl in that picture. So all I did was I took the paper plate, and the first thing I did is I looked for the shapes of the girl. So I looked at the shape of her nose, her eyebrow, her eye, and first I drew that in pencil. And then you can see I started tracing in color. As I went along, I added the color and I put in the details. Now, the trickiest part was adding the hair. And that just came from the plate. So I took the extra part of the plate and I colored it brown because I have brown hair and so did the girl in the book. And then I cut it into strips with my scissors. So it'll be helpful to have a pair of scissors too. And then I also, as you can see, cut around the face so that I didn't use the whole paper plate. For the final product, I cut out just what I needed and I glued on the hair in a pattern that I thought looked good by looking at the picture. So that's my first favorite character from the book. My second favorite character was the lion lounging in the sun. So sometimes I feel like that lazy lion and I just want to lounge around. Plus, I really love the detail in the picture. So I started the same way. I looked for the shapes that were in the lion. So I saw a triangle nose, an oval eye, and then a straight line for the mouth. As I drew the shapes, I thought about what colors were in the picture. So I looked back at the book and I saw the colors that were in the picture and I started coloring them in. Now on this one, I did use something besides the paper plate. You can see that I used little pieces of brown paper bag to do the mane. I noticed in the book that the mane had all kinds of little pieces coming out. So to do that, I just took an old paper bag and I colored it first with the colors that I saw. I saw some browns and some oranges and some golden. And then I cut them into a lot of different size pieces from what I saw in the picture. Mine is not exactly like the picture, so you can see. Here's sorry. Here is the picture. And then let's compare that to my final creation. So they're similar, but your line is going to come out a little different too. So I hope you had fun hearing one of my favorite stories and learning how to make a paper plate art. Now you can do this with any book. It doesn't have to be the book that I shared today, just like you and me. You can go ahead and you can look back at the video and stop it on one of the images that you liked, or you can find a favorite book of yours at home and do the characters from that book. All you have to do is use your imagination. Ask, what book would you like to use for your creation? Imagine the picture in your mind and the shapes that you see. Make out your first sketch or plan in pencil. Then add your color and all the details. See you soon. Be sure to send your pictures to Mrs. Isham. We'd love to see all your paper plate art that you do.